Back to another episode of the Bourbon Buzz. This week we're reviewing Barefoot wine.
Oh, we're just kidding, guys. We're not. This is contrary to what you might think. This is not a Barefoot wine bottle. This is a sample of High West Distillery's newest limited release, a Midwinter Night's Dram, which is named after Shakespeare's poem A Midsummer Night's Dream. And what's special about this one is they take non-chill filtered straight rye whiskeys, a blend of them, and they blend them in French oak barrels and port barrels, so it has like a sort of wine flavor about
it. This is a super, obviously for people that know what this is, it's an extremely sought after release that it usually comes out in October. So we were lucky enough to get a sample of it. Nick, are you ready to try it out?
Yes, sir. Cheers.
That's a weird nose.
It's like a berry nose, but
it's like almost like grapefruit.
Yeah, grapefruit. There's no like red berries in there at all. Like
Not at all.
No.
No.
Which I mean, it makes sense because it's like finished in a wine barrel.
But look at the color though. Like you can definitely tell they finished in a wine barrel.
It's got that same tint to it.
What do you think about that?
Oh, excuse me. That finish is nice, but just like what we said the scent was, it's a weird taste to it.
Yeah,
it has like, I wouldn't say it's full on grapefruit, but I'd say it's like grapes.
I get a lot of like grape juice off of it.
Yeah. Which again,
almost like a white grape off of it.
A white grape?
Yeah, where it's kind of tangy.
I've never actually had white grapes before, I don't think. I've had green and purple, that's about it. But man, the smell and the taste are kind of interchangeable, but that finish, what do you think about that finish?
The finish is good, except it just dissipates very quickly.
Oh, does it?
I think so. I mean, the flavor's good. You can definitely tell it's a rye. The cool thing about this rye is the fact that, you know, most other distilleries, when they experiment, they don't use rye to finish in wine barrels. So it's kind of nice to see what the spicy, you know, notes and taste of a rye would be like in the wine barrels. Yeah, you can. I did a retest. You can taste the rye in that. And the finish, I have to disagree. It doesn't dissipate that fast. It stays on your palate long enough to get everything out of it, which is like I wouldn't even. And yeah, the finish does kind of remind me of a white grape because you said they were like kind of tangy. Yeah, a little tangy.
Yeah, that you can get that tang on there, but you can also get like a small purple grape in there. In the finish.
Definitely.
That's unique because I've never seen that before.
It smells almost like a little bit more sour than it tastes.
Yeah, it does.
Because like it smells like a grapefruit, kind of like a sour grapefruit, but on the taste, it's like grape. And the finish as well.
Very consistent, but it's different enough to get different notes out of each. I'm just going to refer to them as phases of the sipping process. So this goes for, or at least on retail, I believe it's around $100 per their website. Would you pay that for this?
Probably not, honestly. I think it's pretty good, and the flavor's good. It lacks a little bit of like spice, I think.
Yeah. And I did kind of notice that because the rye was kind of difficult for me to pick up because there was like a lack of spice.
Yeah. But my thing is, I'm not a huge fan of wine finished bourbons or ryes. So for somebody that likes the wine finish, they would absolutely love this. For me, that's just not my thing.
Yeah, wine drinkers might just have a field day with this because it's something new and it gives them something familiar to latch onto at the same time.
A lot of people like that. Yeah, it is good. It's just
not $100.
Well, it's not my flavor profile. But it is good. I like it better than most wine finishes I've had.
Yeah, me too, and that's why I think. And I'm not, guys. I'm not. Excuse me, good folks. I'm not a big fan of wine in general. I could take this. I could drink this pretty easily. I think it is worth $100. But what it's not worth is its secondary price.
Yeah, I think secondary is like $200, $220.
Yep.
Yeah, roughly.
It's not worth that. But regardless, I think this is a pretty good wine finished bourbon because I've had one or two wine finished bourbons, and I did not really like either of them. This one's different. This one is actually like they did it right.
Yeah, it's better for sure. But,
yeah,
it depends on what you like.
That's true. And you don't like it. It's just not your flavor.
Not typically,
right?
Now, somebody that likes wine finished bourbons or just different things like that, they would probably love this.
Oh, absolutely. And if you can find this at a retail store on a special occasion, you're not really go grab it. If you like wine finished things, go grab it. But if you don't like it, I'd wait for something else to drop. It just depends, like Zach said, just depends on your flavor profile is what you prefer.
Yeah.
So if there are no final thoughts from you, Zach,
no,
that will conclude another episode of the Bourbon Buzz. We hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe and click the bell icon so you're notified of when we upload. Be sure to comment on what you might think. Be sure to comment on what your experiences with High West Distillery in general is. Make sure to comment if you've had this bourbon before, and let us know your thoughts. Be sure to follow our Instagram in the link in the description below. And we hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching.